Hey guys, how's it going? Matt from Foul Ball Productions here. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope that you're doing well. I'm doing phenomenally. Thank you so very much. Thank you very much. So a thought occurred to me. I was at work because I don't actually watch television. I just watch streaming services, mostly YouTube. And I caught the James Bond Heineken commercial where he sits at a bar and this bartender makes a magical drink called the 00, which I've been a bartender for like 15 years. Never seen anything like this in my life. It's like a clear cocktail and then puts like two spherical, I don't even know what they are, white balls in the cocktail. And he calls it the 00. And James Bond, who could have the most famous cocktail preference of all of fiction.
A medium dry martini, lemon peel, shaken, not stirred.
Vodka?
Of course.
A martini, shaken, not stirred.
A martini for our guest, Ellen.
A pleasure.
Shaken, not stirred.
Vodka martini, shaken, not stirred.
Should I have said vodka martini sent up?
Shaken, not stirred.
I mean, maybe in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, there's the Pangalactic Gargle Blaster. But I seriously cannot think off the top of my head of anyone, maybe Homer Simpson enjoying Duff beer, just ekes out James Bond's affinity for a shaken, not stirred martini. However, it's very arguable that it's a martini is what James Bond drinks. Shaken, not stirred. Kind of famous for it. Well, in this commercial, in this Heineken commercial, that's not what he's drinking. He gets the 00 and he's like, no, thank you. And then he motions to the bar. He wants a 00 non-alcoholic Heineken beer. I don't have any issue with non-alcoholic beer or non-alcoholic beer existing. Whatever. It exists for a reason. That's fine. I don't want James Bond drinking non-alcoholic beer. What? Like, first of all, he drinks martinis shaken, not stirred, so I don't even know what that first thing was, and then you're getting him a Heineken, which even if he was drinking the Heineken with alcohol, it's still like, ugh, doesn't Bond have better taste than that crappy beer? Whatever. But they get him a non-alcoholic beer, and I'm like, I don't like that. I don't like that Bond's drinking a non-alcoholic beer. And then it hit me. I was like, that's exactly what's wrong with the modern Bond franchise, especially the most recent one and probably the one that's coming out soon, is that it's got no nuts. James Bond doesn't have his balls anymore. And that was a perfect analogy that he would order a non-alcoholic beer. He would buy something that resembles beer in flavor and resembles beer in color, resembles beer in the bottle, but the actual soul of the beer, nowhere to be found. Precisely like a modern Bond film. Yes, he's driving an Aston. Yes, he's got gadgets and there's the characters we remember from the old Bond movies, but the soul is not there. Bond is not allowed to be Bond anymore. He can't, charm women into bed, and he can't be the alpha without another strong female character keeping him in check. And it was like, that's it. That's what the new Bond is. It's non-alcoholic Bond. Diet Bond. That's what these movies have been. And that commercial just summed it up perfectly. So we sit here and we criticize them for not understanding what they're putting out there versus what people want. But hey, they completely get it. I want the non-alcoholic Bond, thank you. That's what's cool. Heineken 00. I think a lot of people are just sort of hoping that the next iteration of the thing that they like will not adhere to the doctrine, the Hollywood doctrine, where you have to have the strong female lead. You got to have diverse this, and you got to have fight the patriarchy and all this shit. That's what modern entertainment is. And I think a lot of people are just hoping that the next version just won't have that. And I don't think that's possible. I think the only way you can make anything now that isn't part of that is to stand in direct opposition to it. Because unless you're waving a very large flag saying, I don't give a shit what you think and I refuse to conform to your values, they're going to come after you and they're going to try to make you they're going to try to suck you down into their quicksand, their ooze of conformity. And so it's like these things can't exist. We need a cleansing. We need a tabula rasa, just wipe the slate clean, start over. Because if you're trying to please the audience of the thing, which is just normal people, by the way, people who just don't have anything invested politically in their entertainment. They just want the thing that they enjoy, and they don't mind having the real world reflected back at them when it's maybe uncomfortable or just real. And then you also try to placate the angry people with their social media accounts who will accuse you of racism and bigotry and all this stuff. You can't win. Because those people are never going to be satisfied. There's no way you could make anything for them where you pander to them and they'll enjoy it. The only thing that they'll really get a kick out of is like a dominant, mixed race, BIPOC, who's also a lesbian, who just tells everybody how smart and powerful she is and how dumb they are. And she just wins and wins and wins and wins. And there's never any challenge because she's the greatest thing ever. And look, we do get plenty of that entertainment. Don't get me wrong. There's no shortage of that. But that's the only thing that will ever actually placate them is this sort of narcissistic ego trip so where they can transpose their own sad, pathetic, miserable, angry lives onto this person that they idealize, and then they can feel happy for an hour and a half where they get to imagine themselves as the most powerful person in the world, and they'll never have to take any shit off of anyone like you. If you placate to them at all, if you pander to them at all, it's like they use that thing dog whistle, right? That's their little term. They say dog whistle. If you placate to them at all, that is a dog whistle to them that you hear them. And if you hear them, that means they're going to continue to speak. If you didn't get everything right the way they want you to get it, they're going to let you know. So I truly believe the only way to make anything that works nowadays, especially when it comes to something very male and masculine like James Bond, you have to stand in direct opposition to what they do. You have to, that needs to be the point of the thing. Otherwise, it just it can't get made. It can't work. Because we'll understand when you're pandering to SJWs and just roll our fucking eyes or not show up, which is becoming increasingly more and more common. And they'll know when you haven't acknowledged all their checkpoints because they're going after it they're scrutinizing every single word and scene choice and casting and everything to make sure it fits their agenda. So abandon that. Either, you can't make movies for them, right? It's impossible because there's not enough of them to actually make money, but you're too scared of their backlash. And plus, you're a Hollywood guy. You probably kind of think like that anyway. You want them to not bug you, but you also want to make something that makes money. But you don't have enough nuts. You don't have enough balls to actually make the thing. And that is why the Heineken 00 commercial, the non-alcoholic beer that Bond orders, is the perfect analogy for the modern film industry. It looks like the thing. It smells like the thing. It kind of tastes like the thing, but it's not the thing. All right, that's going to do it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please press like if you enjoyed it. Sub if you're not a sub to this channel, because lots of fun content like this coming out, plus 2 to 3 live streams every single week, sometimes bonus game streams, which is super fun. And if you really dug it, you think other people would enjoy it, please share the video. It's the only way a little channel like myself can grow. And I need you. I'm nothing without you. So if you like this, please let other people know. I really appreciate you watching. You have a wonderful day. Toodaloo.